What we're gonna do, I believe there's drug proceeds, dog alerted to it.
Drug proceeds?
Yeah, it's very common, sir.
Hey, good morning, Trooper Brown of Iowa Patrol. How are you today? I'm doing great. Hey, the reason I'm stopping you, we have a special enforcement campaign going on. We're trying to educate drivers about violations they may not realize they're committing, but we're seeing a big increase in crashes out here. First, applaud you on your driving. You drive great. You're driving really slow. It appears that you're trying to drive safely under the speed limit. I appreciate that. I just want to talk about your following distance, especially around commercial vehicles. Came up behind a red and blue tanker truck. A little bit too close behind him before he made that lane change to go around him. I know it's sitting over there. I was waiting for you to trying to give you room to get over there because I know people like to jam you in that lane.
Yeah, it's a little tricky coming out of there, and people are driving fast. So
yep, absolutely. Yeah, you got to navigate that, but a little too close to him before you went around him. Okay. As you pass those semi trucks and you came back down to make that lane change in front of that semi truck, too close. You were less than a second in front of him when you entered that lane. You were only 1 second in front of him when you fully occupied that lane. If something were to happen to you, man, that semi-truck would plow right through you. So we're seeing a bunch of crashes out here, just trying to educate people. You got your driver's license with you?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
I appreciate you, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Do you have a registration card with you?
Well, it's a rental car here.
Okay.
So I do have my rental. If you don't mind, it's underneath here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Any weapons in the vehicle?
No, absolutely.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. If you can grab the rental contract, that'd be great, man. Where are you coming from?
Texas.
What brings you all the way up here?
Well, my daughters live here, and I'm spending the weekend with them. So,
Okay. Here in Reno or whereabouts?
well, we're told.
Okay.
And then we're going to spend the weekend in Reno.
Okay. When you got to get back down to Texas?
2 days. Well, actually, 1 day.
Okay. Gotcha. Perfect. Do me a favor, man. What I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have you come out of the car and talk to me while I go over this. Gotta make sure everything's valid. As long as everything's valid, my intention is to get you on down the road. It is a little chilly out here. I don't know if you want to throw your jacket on or anything like that. You sure?
Yeah, sure.
It's cold, man.
It's
I mean, I know it's cold in Texas right now.
Cold in Texas, absolutely.
Come on out. No weapons on you, right?
No weapons.
All right, perfect. That's fine, man. You can leave it on. You can turn it off. It's completely up to you. You said your daughter lives up in Portola?
No, 2 daughters.
Okay. They both up in Portola?
Yes.
Come on over here, man.
All right.
You a fighter?
My fighter?
Yeah, you got a tap out shirt on.
Well, I've got a lot of training. I'm a retired Marine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What'd you do for the Corps?
Well, I was a data chief initially, but
Okay.
then they changed the MOS to cybersecurity chief.
Okay. When'd you get out of the Corps?
I got out about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do your daughters do, man?
My daughters, what do they do? Oh, 15 and 13 years old. So they're,
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're young.
yeah, they're real young.
Okay. All right. Is it-
I'm moving them to Texas, so yeah, I'm just coming down here and just looking for a place down in Texas. That's where I'm from. So that'll help.
Okay. Give me a second, man. All right. Just hang right there. Ever been in trouble with law enforcement before?
Never.
Okay. Okay. Any large amounts of United States currency in the vehicle? Okay. What's a large amount of U.S. currency to you? Okay. So there's over 10,000 in there? Okay. How much money you got in there? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you give me permission to search your vehicle today? That's okay with you? Okay, perfect. 350, 250, I'll be on a consent search. Hang out with him and finish the written warning. I need EJ's help up here. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's following too close in an unsafe lane change. What's that?
He said he has like 100 keys
In there? Yeah. Will you get your density meter, please?
Yeah, I saw that. Do you have a better one? Or?
I don't. No. And then, yeah. Make a phone call.
Yeah. All right.
Hey Shane, how are you? Good. Hey, can you head out to a traffic stop? Or are you busy on that other stuff going on today? Okay. So far I'm still searching a car, but big bundle of money, it says probably at least 100,000. Okay. And that Mustang. Westbound. Westbound to bottom of the ramp. So if you get off that Mustang, you can get to us on the front of the road. up front too.
So I know y'all are like real suspicious and all. That rim is cracked. If you grab my phone, which is in the car, and you look at the last number I dialed, just hit redial. I won't even touch the phone. You'll see that there's a place up here in Reno that fixes cracked rims.
Okay.
And they'll pick up, and all you gotta do is identify it, and you'll see that I was trying to take that in to get that cracked rim fixed.
Perfect.
I cracked it in Texas because it's snowing and the roads are shit, and there's big potholes and everything. So I'm just trying to get it fixed because I know of a place up here that fixes it, and that's all I was trying to do.
I appreciate that, sir. Take some photos.
Military can see, man. All day. I don't know if it's because the rim is it's a low profile.
Might be.
Or
This doesn't make sense. There's some receipts in here though. But
he said he put receipts in there to show us his money.
okay.
But
Yeah, will you check them out? Just see what you think up there. All right, man, so here's the deal, all right? I think you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
So how much cash is that?
About 100 grand.
100 grand, okay. So, as you know, right, I'm a vet, he's a vet, you're a vet. It's not illegal to carry currency, have currency.
Sure, it's not.
It does, though, make us ask some questions on why someone has 100,000. I can understand why you don't trust banks, especially in this day and age right now.
Discipline and lots of savings.
What's that?
Discipline and lots of savings.
So with that being said, if you're willing to talk to me about it a little bit, I'd like to. I know you got a bunch of receipts in there. I just want to make sure that it is your currency, that it's not being used for nefarious activities, right? That's not money laundering or something like that going on. That's the questions that it raised, that potentially money laundering or something like that's going on. So
That money right there is for my 2 daughters.
okay. Are you gonna give it to them on this trip or no? Or that's just your nuts?
That's my money and my two daughters' money and nobody else's.
Okay.
I take that money right there and I buy them things, put food on the table, I buy them clothes with that right there.
Fair enough.
And that's me looking at you man to man in your eyes and telling you exactly what that is.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
I got some questions I'm gonna want to ask you here in a few minutes. If you're willing to answer them, I'd appreciate that.
I have nothing to hide from you.
I appreciate that. Give me a few seconds. I'll make a couple phone calls, right? And then we'll start leaving those receipts and stuff like that.
Sure.
As long as it's, which it is, right? Your money and stuff like that, and we'll get you on down the road.
Yeah, you can look at those account numbers. If you want to call Bank of America, you want to call any of those banks, ask them whose account number that is.
I believe it. I believe it, right? I gotta do my job, and my bosses look at what I'm doing to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence. So
I gotta pick up my daughters at Portola at 4 o'clock p.m. So as long as I can make it there,
I think we'll get you there by 4 o'clock. No problem there. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Hey, Dave. Good. Yeah, he's got about 100,000 in cash in here. Yeah. Yeah, we are. Okay. Yeah, call back. you on the highway or are you on Mustang? Okay, cool. Yeah. If you need us, call us, dude. Okay.
Is that a Texas plate?
What's that?
Is that a Texas plate?
Yeah. Okay, I'm waiting to hear back from Shane to see if he comes out here. This is it's a strange one, but not a strange one. Consented to a search, said there was money up there. We located what he says is $100,000. It's in a Ziploc sandwich baggie. There's also, I haven't gone into it a bunch, I'm waiting to hear back from Shane, but there's a bunch of bank receipts and stuff in there as well to show the currency. This might be Shane, hold on 1 second. This is Shane, let me call you back.
What's up, Shane?
Hey, Glenn. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for not being able to make it out there on this seizure today.
Oh, no issues, man. I just pulled up to it.
Okay, we did a search warrant and got guns and guns and recovered police equipment and everything on Wednesday. It has to get out to the lab today, and I'm the one that processed it all, so I have to reprocess and get it out, and there was just no way I was going to be able to make it out there.
No issues. It's too easy to do an adoption. You know, we contacted you, so I think everything's going to be okay. And I'll text you the money count after we get it. It'll probably be a couple hours.
Okay. Again, I'm sorry. I do want to try to make it out there. I wasn't expecting a call on Friday.
Yeah. So we just readjusted. So we have a guy part-time on our team, and we want to work with him a lot. And his days off are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we adjusted to where we're working now Tuesday through Friday, at least for the next couple months till we get him on the team. And then we'll revert back to Monday through Thursday.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, my apologies again, but I'll look for the adoption, and it'll be.
Yeah.
It won't be a problem.
Yeah. No problems. I appreciate the call, Shane. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Take care, man.
So this is what I was talking about, the questions that, or the interview that comes up when we have currency like that, right? It's a bunch of silly questions. If you don't want to answer them, that's up to you. You don't have to answer them, right? That's completely up to you. I do need to let you know that you are not under arrest, okay? Theoretically, there's a disclaimer on here that you may be detained pending an investigation. Detainment, it covers a lot of things, right? So as soon as we make a traffic stop, you're theoretically detained. This, though, is covering that you don't have to talk to me. You don't have to answer any of this. It's completely voluntary. Does that make sense?
It is.
Okay.
I don't have anything to hide from you.
I appreciate that. I'll try and do this as quick as possible so we can get you on down the road and
No worries.
get you to your daughters, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So where are you traveling from and traveling to?
Traveling from Lubbock, Texas, traveling to Portola, California.
And how many items of luggage do you have?
One big bag, one suitcase, and one backpack. Which I've looked through.
And you packed all those yourself?
Yes.
And I know a lot of these are silly because we're already doing this, but any weapons, drugs, contraband, prohibited items?
No weapons. I don't do drugs, nor do I have them, nor do I condone them.
Prohibited airport items?
Sir?
All right. And a large amount of U.S. currency, yes.
Yes.
And you said, how much is that?
It's about $100,000. It's my life savings.
Okay. And purpose of your trip?
Spend the weekend with my daughters.
Within the last 5 years, how many times have you traveled to this area?
I couldn't tell you. Numerous times.
Okay.
It would be impossible for me to tell you.
That's fine. Numerous
taken my
works.
daughters home to see family, and we've come back here. I don't even know.
Okay. How do you typically travel up here? Do you fly, drive?
Both fly and drive.
Okay. Do you do one more than the other?
Probably drive more because it saves money.
When was the last time you were up in this area? Most recently?
February, December, with my mother or my grandmother.
Okay. Where are they? They up in Portola too?
No, they're in Lubbock. And if you want to call them, you can ask them too. They'll tell you the same thing.
Okay, so you guys travel up here together?
Correct.
Okay, not visiting them. Okay. You just coming up to visit your daughters on that one too?
Yes.
Nice, man. All right, so what is the source of the currency that you have there?
Sources in how do I make my money?
Yeah.
I'm a retired U.S. Marine. I get money from the VA for my disability, and it's money that I have earned from my employment, my job, doing IT work for a hospital, Eastern Plumas Healthcare in Portola, California.
Okay. And then why do you transport bulk currency?
I'm sorry, sir.
Why do you transport bulk currency like that?
Well, there's nothing illegal about it.
No.
It's I keep it on my person and I secure it.
Okay. So for security? For the cash?
Well, if I need to spend money, I have it.
Okay.
But it's on my person so I can secure it. I have my eyes on it.
Okay.
I don't trust banks. That's
Okay.
why I have a large amount of currency there with all the receipts, which I keep in there for this type of purpose, in case anybody questions it. And if those receipts get looked into, you'll see that those are my accounts that those deposits are made for, or those withdrawals are made from.
I just want to, so I can secure it, use it if necessary, and not trusting banks, which I don't blame you there at all.
Yes, sir.
Especially in this day and age. And you're the owner of the currency?
Yes, sir.
11:44 hours, February 19th, 2021. After many years of selfless service to the Nevada Highway Patrol, Sergeant Russell Marco, Henry 4538, is retiring and giving his final call. The Department of Public Safety and the great state of Nevada would like to thank you for many years of selfless service to the law enforcement profession in our community. It's nice knowing you have left a profound impact on the many people.
Do you utilize banks at all still?
I do for direct deposit.
Okay. For the VA and stuff?
Have a wonderful and relaxing retirement. You will be missed. Channel clear at 11:45.
What banks do you use?
Bank of America.
Congratulations.
I also have a USAA account.
Okay. Do you use like credit cards, debit cards, reloadable cards?
I don't do credit cards.
Okay.
I have debit cards. Burned my jacket that fell off, so I was looking at it right now.
Okay. And those are through USAA and Bank of America debit cards?
Yes.
Is there any reason that you can think of that a trained drug detection canine would alert to the presence of drug odor coming from that vehicle?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, I gave you a consent to search the vehicle. I have nothing to hide, so
Okay.
if the dog alerted you guys, I can't tell you where it's coming from because I don't do that stuff.
Okay.
Nor do I have it. That is a rental car, so I don't know. I can't control what happened before I got it.
Fair
I can't
enough.
control what happens after I drop it off.
That's a strange one. Why is the currency packaged the way it is? Like, how do you package it? I mean, is there anything special? Is it broken down a certain way? Do you always carry it in a Ziploc bag? Why is it packaged like that?
So we can keep it together and I don't lose it.
Okay. This is kind of a redundant question, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer to it. Why don't you utilize a personal check, cashier check, wire transfer, money order instead of physically carrying the currency?
I don't trust those methods. I do have some money orders that you'll see in there that I've kept, but I have those aren't. I've already got the money for those, so but they are. You can see I've signed them. And they're in my name.
Okay.
I think there's like 3 or 4 of them.
If the currency was to be utilized for a business transaction, personal purchase, is it going to be used for any of those, or is this just your savings?
It's my savings, and I plan on buying, getting a home.
Okay.
For my daughters and I in Texas.
Okay. So you're planning to use that to buy a home in Texas?
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, that's mine and my 2 daughters' money. That's my life savings.
I don't know the answer to this one too. I gotta ask you. Receipts, bills of sale, probate documents, tax-related documents, casino documents. You have receipts there, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How much roughly do you make annually right now?
Before I lost the job here, but moving to Texas, I was probably making about 100 and if I added up everything, probably about 175,000 a year.
Okay.
Between the VA, my retirement, and my job.
Well, hey, so you said you're okay with us going through your phone?
What do you want to go through my phone? What are you looking for?
Just trying to verify everything's correct like you've been telling us.
The only thing I'm authorizing you guys to do is make the last phone call I made just to verify that I was going to take that tire, that rim in to get it fixed.
Okay.
But I mean, I got personal pictures and stuff on there. I don't want you guys looking at the pictures and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I want to go through your pictures if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
So I can look at everything else but your pictures?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine? Okay.
Justin, do me another favor.
What's that?
Can you also look at the receipts and stuff up there with the currency?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
I'll just do this in front of you so I don't go through your
I appreciate you.
pictures real quick. I'm just curious about your tax. You okay with me going through your tax?
Sure.
When did you last file a federal income return?
I don't remember. 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Did you claim all your income on that?
Single 3 dependents.
Did you claim all your income on that, though, on your tax return?
Yes.
How about a state income return?
Just did federal.
You put this right
I think
there.
federal.
I'm not going to.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're asking.
When's the last time you filed taxes?
In the state of Texas, about 2 years ago.
Okay.
I think about 2 years ago, because I filed state and federal.
And so you didn't file taxes last year?
No.
Okay, why not?
I just haven't got around to it.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Will you look?
Oh, you want me to look?
Yeah, please. Texas, does Texas do state taxes?
No, they don't.
They're like Nevada.
Well, California does.
Yeah, they do a lot.
Like I said, I was employed in California, so I don't file Texas because I wasn't, I'm in my home residence in Texas, and I've always kept it there since I was in the Marine Corps, but I don't file Texas taxes because I don't have a job in Texas. I had a job in California.
So this is day-to-day kind of timeline of your trip. So you left Texas yesterday?
I did.
About noon, you said?
I was preparing I prepared my trip about noon, found out that rim is cracked when I was going to put it on my car. They weren't able to fix the rim in order to make it down here in time to pick up my daughters at 4 o'clock. I had to get the rental car, and from the time that I found out that thing was cracked, so I could come up here and fix it, so I could put it on my car back home, and getting this thing, I took off at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Came down here, and here we are.
Okay. Where did you stay last night?
I drove. I didn't stay anywhere.
Oh, so you've been driving all night then?
Yes.
Okay.
If you look at my jacket, you'll see the receipts for the gas as well. If you want to look at the receipts for the gas, it'll show you that.
I believe you, man. I believe all you're saying. I just gotta.
Well, I got proof for everything I'm saying. So I mean,
Yep.
yeah,
And so you rented the car because your car had the cracked rim.
absolutely.
Okay. So you had to rent a car last minute.
Well, they told me that it would hold up, but I don't trust that.
I don't blame you there. That's a long trip too.
Yeah. So my phone, if you look at the last number I dialed, which I haven't touched my phone.
You told me. I believe you. Who did your daughters live with?
My ex-wife,
What's her name?
Kimberly
What's her last name?
Olson.
Does she have a protection order against you?
She does.
Okay.
And she's the kind of woman that likes to keep me from my girls. So she claims to be a victim, so that way she can keep me at a distance.
I couldn't imagine that, man. I couldn't imagine being kept away from my children. So are they going to come stay with you down in the hotel this weekend?
Yes.
Okay. And then you're leaving Monday? Is that correct?
Yes.
When do you have to be back in Texas?
To turn in the rental car by Tuesday.
Who rented the car?
It's under my dad's name.
Okay. Why is it under your dad's name?
I went with him and he paid for it. Just a kind gesture.
Okay. Is that where you're staying with down there? Your dad right now?
Yes.
Okay.
My mom and dad. So now they're looking for a house.
Do you mind if I grab your ID again here? I gotta get that number off of it. Thanks, sir. Appreciate that. What's your stuff? How old are you?
38.
What race do you identify with?
Hispanic.
And how do you identify male, female, other?
I'm a male.
Okay.
I guess you have to ask that question nowadays.
It's 2021, man.
Yeah.
And is the Jarvis Street a good address for you?
It is.
Okay. What's a good phone number for you? Area code first.
806-778-8236.
Have you ever been arrested before?
One time.
For what?
I was driving through Hawthorne, got pulled over for, at the time I was in the Marine Corps, my driver's license was expired, but I told the officer that our driver's license when you're active duty is, even though it's expired, it's still legal.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a ticket, so when I went back to Lubbock, I got my driver's license 2 days later, a new one. Took the paperwork, we faxed it over to the Hawthorne court, and then the clerk filed it and said everything was good to go. And then 2 years later, I'm driving through Hawthorne, coming to see my daughters, and then had a I guess a headlight was out, I think, and apparently something fell through the cracks administratively, and there was a warrant because it showed that no action was taken.
Gotcha. So it's for just FTA and a traffic citation.
Yeah, so I posted the bill and went to court. The judge said I wasn't supposed to be arrested, gave me my money back, and that was it.
All right. Are you taking any prescriptions right now?
No.
Okay. And you don't use drugs recreationally?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I've never done drugs in my life.
Good man. And do you hold a medical marijuana growers or users card?
I don't have anything to do with drugs, man. I don't do marijuana. I don't have anything to do with marijuana. No, sir.
This asks your monthly expense roughly. Are you paying rent right now or a mortgage?
I help my mom and dad out.
Okay.
My mother suffered an injury, and so she's not working. My father gets Social Security, so I do help with the bills.
Okay. How much roughly would you say you're paying for rent, mortgage?
It differentiates.
Okay. Could you guesstimate like an average? No.
$1,000 a month.
Okay. Are you paying on your BMW?
It's paid off.
Okay. Insurance?
I have insurance with the USA.
Roughly how much do you spend on it a month?
60 a month.
60?
Yeah, about 60 a month.
How about groceries?
I don't know how much I spend on groceries.
All right. Let's put it this way. Do you have to pay child support or spousal support?
Yes.
How much are you paying on that?
I pay about $850 in child support a month.
Okay. Do you have to pay spousal support on top of that?
No.
Okay. And you've been totally upfront. You've been telling us we can call people and verify stuff. Would you give us your dad's number? Could we call your dad? Could he verify your story?
Sure.
Okay. What's your dad's name, man?
Joe. Last name's Lara.
Spell it for me.
Lara.
Okay. What's his phone number?
I don't know. It's on my phone. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, you can look it up.
806-787-4610.
4610?
Correct.
Alright. I'll be back before I lose it there. Did my partner give you that written warning that he typed up for you?
I'm sorry, sir?
Did you ever get a document from my partner?
Never got anything.
Okay. Alright, make sure you get it. He finished a written warning for you for what we talked about. Alright, we can get out of here, man. Here.
this, dude. Here's your rental contract.
If you want to step out and hang around
And
there.
I gave you something else with this. I believe for the, it wasn't just this for the reservation, it was something else on that.
I'll double check. I don't think
It might be in the car. I don't know.
Okay.
Where's the claimants from?
So he says that he lived up in Portola. He's moving down to Texas. He's been in Texas with mom and dad for the last couple months. He's heading back up to Portola to visit his daughters for the weekend, and then he's going to head back down to Texas. He says this has been like a life savings type thing for him and his daughters. Doesn't trust banks. He does have bank accounts with Bank of America and USAA, he says.
And Wells Fargo.
Yeah, they didn't mention that one. So I'm going to call, this is his dad, he said. He said he can verify the story. I'll call him. Say he rented his car last minute because that tire is cracked when he was getting stuff ready to leave from up here. So he's bringing that up here because I guess there's a place up here to fix it.
I mean, his balance is never. Got low balances on all these.
Which would go with.
But these are 2019. I mean, there's not a lot in there. He's got 4 different banks, 4 different bank accounts. The I don't trust banks doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Loomis Bank too, he banks with.
He was employed up there. He's currently unemployed. He just lost his job. He was an IT guy for the bank, I guess.
But he doesn't trust banks.
But he doesn't. Or no, not for the bank. I'm sorry, for the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 4 or 5 different banks he deals with. Balances aren't all that much. What's up with the money orders?
Hey, it's $250. Hey, can you transfer me to a number? It's 806-787-4610. Yep.
What are your thoughts, dude?
I'm kind of leaning more towards, it's odd, but
It's odd, but it's not packaged
it's
like
not,
normal.
no, and he's answering the questions, there's receipts here, and
I would like to put the dog on the fence, you know.
Okay.
Those are all zeroed out. I mean, keep the memo out. It jives with the story,
Yeah, I mean, everything lines, as odd as it is, everything lines up.
with the travel story and stuff like that. And I'm gonna get out my scale and I'm gonna weigh that.
You want me to set that up for deployment?
No, are you gonna run it or you gonna have you do it?
EJ ran the car.
Okay, I'll have you run it.
Okay. Positive alert. Huh?
We'll go forward with it.
Okay.
Just want to let you know, I know you're just doing your job. That money I worked really hard for. The money that I have in my jacket is only $2. I have money to pay for my kids, bills, my hotel, or even to get that car back to Texas. So, I know you're just doing your job. I don't know what to do. Probably going to be stuck here unless somebody sends me some money.
Okay.
No way I'm providing for my children this month to get back to Texas. So, like I said, I know you're just doing what you feel is best, but
Like you know, my sergeant. It sounded like my sergeant talked to you about that a little bit, and told you what was going on and everything along those lines. So
I just wanted to tell you, Officer Brown, I mean, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths.
sorry.
Or you're taking food out of my kids' mouths.
Like I said, we believe right now that this is drug proceeds, illicit currency.
Well, I'm going to prove to you that it's not.
Perfect.
And what I'd like to do is before we depart, I'd like to get all of your information.
You will. You're going to get a receipt for all of this stuff. That'll have all the information that you need.
I'd like to get your information, your sergeant's information,
All
other deputies.
The stuff will be on the receipt and associated with the report that goes along with it. Okay.
I'd like to have names.
Okay. Well, the information that we're going to provide you, we're going to provide you a receipt for the currency along with the case number, right? That's the information that we're going to provide for you.
I just need names because, you know, I'm going to get an attorney. So
Absolutely, that's your right. I'm Trooper Brown. That's Sergeant Rigdon. Yeah.
I'm going to write this down. So what's your name?
Trooper Brown.
Your badge number, sir?
250. This is Sergeant Rigdon.
His badge number?
140. Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name?
How you doing, sir?
Good.
So your Marine Corps?
Yes.
What's your, how much service connected? Are you 100%?
90.
90%? That doesn't give you much to live off of, man. All my buddies that were service connected, man, are living in Costa Rica so they can live like kings, you know? So,
You got people getting 100% that didn't do shit, didn't
I
deploy.
understand
You
that.
got some that got the legs blown off, only got 30. So, you know,
100%.
that's what it is.
We had a gal first day in country, you know, that she broke down mentally, and then she's with Wounded Warriors and sending us letters and stuff like that, and I was pissed. I know what you're talking about. It's very, very odd to carry 100K in cash like that.
Yeah, but it's not illegal. But you're right. I can understand.
Not illegal, but
I can understand your perspective.
Did they explain what we do?
No, sir.
Okay, we're an interdiction unit out here. We're out here looking for human traffickers. We're looking for people running guns, you know. We're looking for basically criminals on the highway, you know.
I understand.
And so we have to meet a lot of nice people, and then sometimes we come in and we meet. So it's,
And I apologize. This gentleman here, he did explain that to me. So
okay,
I just
cool.
want to be upfront with
No,
everything.
and I'm in charge of the unit, so then they called me, so I came out.
And everybody's been very professional. I didn't have anything to hide. That's why I let you search my vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I told the gentleman here I don't trust banks.
But
And I haven't for a
you
long
have
time.
5 different banks to deal with. You got Wells Fargo, you got Plumas Bank, you got what was it, Bank of America, and then there's one other bank in there. So I mean, you do trust banks.
Well, no, I don't, because if you look at
And
my
your direct deposit has to come through a bank too.
I'm sure it does. It goes through Bank of America. But if you look at my banks, there's no money in it. That's why those receipts. That's why I keep them. So if you call the banks and you ask them, and I'll call them right now and ask, or I can show you what's in my bank accounts.
So why the distrust for the banking system?
I just don't trust them.
Yeah.
That's just my reasoning. It's my personal thing.
Oh, I'm not
And,
trying to convince you one or
like-
the other. It's just it's not usual.
I understand.
And so we're looking for the unusual.
Sure.
You know,
I understand.
with the currency and stuff. I mean, somebody rips you off, or I mean, you look like you could take care of yourself in a fight, but you know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable carrying around the cash.
Well, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from.
Where the MoneyGrams? What are those? What's the story of those?
So, I got those MoneyGrams to make a couple of payments. Those right there are actually zeroed out, so they're not worth nothing, but they're just paper. So I just kept them, just because it's
How long did it take you to bank the cash?
to bank.
I mean, how long did it take you to accumulate that much?
Oh God. I started saving since I was in on the Marine Corps, 20 years.
How come it's all hundreds?
So I don't have to keep more. I mean, if those were all ones, my God, I'd have to,
So you get
more.
Well, we usually weigh. It's actually a cool trick. So one bill weighs 1 gram. So if you weigh that and get the grams, and you multiply it by 100, you can tell by weight roughly what it is.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So you can like weigh your money and watch it grow.
There's something new every day.
It's very, very odd. We're going to do a little bit further investigation on it, and you'll be on your way very soon, sir.
Sure.
So how much is in there? I mean, if you're not careful with your finances, you know roughly what it is. So what is it? About 100?
Yeah, it's about 100.
Most people would know. I mean, if I carry that much cash, dude, I'd know within 5,000.
So I have all my receipts there. They're in that bag, and I have pay stubs as well. That I've kept. That identifies all that money as being mine.
Okay.
So
that money has not been saved up over 20 years. It's newer bills, so they're not 20-year-old bills, and it's not 100,000.
Okay, well, I'm guessing, and so that's my life savings.
Okay.
And I've been saving since I went in the Marine Corps, which is in 2000.
Okay.
So that I've been saving for the last 20 years.
Roger. What we're gonna do? I believe there's drug proceeds. Dog alerted to it.
Drug proceeds?
Yeah, it's very common, sir. We get people that are trafficking large quantities of marijuana from Northern California to all states east, even from Reno.
Sir, I can tell you right now,
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? We're going to seize it today, but that doesn't mean we're the final judgment on it. It's going to go through the DEA, okay? So the DEA will contact you, and the DEA will provide you with a means to fight it. You're going to have to provide your pay stubs. You're going to have to provide your other receipts and stuff like that. Okay? And we'll give you all the information for contacting them as well. So,
sir, if you take that money, I don't have any money for me and my kids this weekend. I don't have anything.
You got a wallet on you?
No. My jacket's in the car.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
You don't have a wallet? Where do you keep your identification?
It's in my jacket.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm telling you, God is my witness. Now, I mean, I'm a retired Marine. I don't have any reason to do drugs or anything like that. That's my life savings right there for me and my daughters.
I respect your service, sir. I serve as well. Okay. I have caught cops doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, and they go to jail for whatever they're doing.
That's not me.
So who you are doesn't influence whether or not we take action on what we see. Okay? If it is legitimately earned income, you're going to be able to provide those pay stubs, and they'll give you all your money back. But I believe it's drug proceeds.
It's not drug proceeds, sir. I'm telling you right now, it's not. It's not drug proceeds.
Is there any reason why a canine would alert on the currency by itself?
I don't know, sir. I don't do drugs.
We get a lot of people that have large quantities of drugs. Yesterday we got 159 plants.
I don't do drugs, sir. You want to do a drug test today? Let's do a drug test. I'm okay with that.
You know what a lot of drug traffickers use?
I don't know anything about drug trafficking.
I don't know what you know, sir. But a lot of drug traffickers watch these people with absolutely no criminal history and can portray a guy with a long drug history or drug trafficking history is not going to be the one transporting the currency or transporting the drugs themselves.
Here's the thing. That money in there is like I said, that money is my life savings. I'd like to go through. You want to take it? Okay. I'm going to give me an attorney. I want to know exactly how much you're taking.
I'll tell you what it weighed out as.
Now, I would like to go bill by bill.
No, we're not going bill by bill. What you'll see is us seal it into a bag. Okay, into a bank bag.
Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah.
I'd like to take a picture of it.
Of the bank bag?
I'd like to take a picture of it being sealed.
Being sealed?
Yes, sir.
Or after sealed? We'll lay it right here and you can take a picture of it if you want.
Yeah.
I got no issue with that.
Do you mind if I take a video of it being sealed? I'd like to do that.
I think, you know what, you're on video right now, and we'll give you the case number, and you can request that information. You can request the entire recording of this entire stop.
Okay.
Everything that we did, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm just letting you know I don't have any money for me and my daughters this weekend, and I have to get back to Texas. So if you take that money, I'm stuck. That money is money I work for, and I can prove, and I will prove, that money's mine.
Okay. You have that opportunity, sir.
But I don't have any money, so how do we fix that? What do I do?
You have a bank card, you have money in banks, you've got 4 different banks that you're dealing with.
Sure. Can I show you my bank account?
No.
I don't have any money in my bank account, sir. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
I don't keep money in my bank accounts because my money is here. If you take that and you leave me, I have no way of getting back home. I have no way of paying for my sober this weekend. I have no way of getting back to Texas.